Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Tanner again. Like I said last week, I did 2 recordings, so this is actually just another recording from the previous week. But it was stuff that was going through my mind, and I wanted to keep these videos short, so we're just doing another recording today, because what the hell. Today I'm going to talk distance. It's a really weird thing. Too close a distance, and you can get really, really infuriated with the people that you're dealing with. Too far of a distance, you can lose complete contact and eventually just lose your friends. It happens. It's life. Yeah, it sucks. I'm not gonna lie. I try to keep in contact with as many of my friends as I can, and there's a lot of friends from high school I know that if I called them up today, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, hey man, what's up?" But it could happen at any time where you grow apart. And so yeah, today I'm talking about distance. So distance, it's a weird thing. There's a lot of different. You can measure it in hours, seconds, heartbeats, whatever the you want. And you can even do miles, I guess, a standard metric or English unit if you'd like. But yeah, so for me, I was really close with my family. I was really close. Like I probably relied on my family for most of my support, and I probably didn't tell them enough, honestly. But that's just the way I am. I don't like to show emotion a whole lot. I say a lot. I realize that's kind of bad, but oh well, screw it. Um, so back to distance. I I had to move 1,000 miles away from my family to get close to them. Where so where I'm from, you're crowded with your family, and like I said, I love my family. I wouldn't trade my family for the world. They're probably better than your family, no offense, but I love my family, and I just sometimes you feel like you're smothered by them because they're always there, and they're just always in your life. Like you don't have that sense of privacy that I know a lot of people enjoy. And definitely my brother is one person that when he moved to college, I became a lot closer with him because there was that distance where I didn't get to see him all the time. And growing up, me and my brother probably fought over everything. We're brothers. I guess it's just a guy thing. But yeah, we fought about everything, it seemed. But when it came down to it, we were always there for each other. And it's sometimes you need that distance to actually bring each other together. And so that's kind of something that's been on my mind a lot this week, is that sometimes you just have to be completely away from everything that you appreciate to actually appreciate it. Once you realize that something's gone, not necessarily forever, but when something isn't 5 steps away, or yeah, it takes a phone call, and it takes a lot more effort to go see that person or hear that person and actually talk to them, then you realize that you actually really appreciated what you had with them. It's just you had it so much that too much of a good thing was too much of a good thing. And I think that's the factor that a lot of people, when they get to move away from home or they just get to live out on their own, when I guess they don't have any rules, and I use quotations for that because obviously you always have rules. It's just you don't always have your parents' rules. And yeah, so it's just sometimes it's that distance factor that you just have to accept that whatever distance is between the people you care about and yourself, that you have to go through whatever it is to make things work still. Again, not going to say her name. She's one of my friends. And one of the saddest things that happened is the day that I moved, I did not get to see her, and it just scheduling didn't work out. And I've only been friends with her probably for a year and a half, but she's still one of my closest friends, just because of all the things we've been through and we've talked about. And it really sucks not getting to see her as often as I used to a year ago. And I still call her. I try to call her as much as I can. I don't want to call her every single day or every single weekend or whatever, just because she has her own life, and like I wanna obey her privacy, but I also still want to keep that relationship that we had, because we were really good friends. Like if I had any issue at all, she could talk to me about it, and I feel like she felt the same way to me. And it's just those kind of relationships are worth keeping, no matter how far apart you grow. And like I said, I moved 1,000 miles away from my family, but I try to talk to them as much as possible, because I know they care about what's going on in my life. And this vlog is another situation where I can keep them up to date with what things are going, and I guess what things are going on in my mind. So yeah, that's kind of all I wanted to talk about this week, was just everybody has to face distance. You just have to know what distance is worth working through and keeping those relationships, versus what distance, just if it's really not significant to you, then ditch it. Like there's no point in hanging on to something that just isn't working. And I know that's kind of harsh and blunt, but this goes back to last week. Like, hey, you got to look out for your own happiness. Like, nobody else is going to care about your happiness other than yourself, and no one's going to care about more than yourself. So yeah, that's all for this week, guys. Thanks for watching.